These are some cool things that I learned on the internet. I was today years old when I found out that fur hoods are supposed to be folded inwards to keep your head warm. Wait, what? I've literally never heard of this. So if you have a fur trim on your hoodie, you're supposed to tuck it in so that the warmth is around the perimeter of your head rather than around the hood. You know, that makes a lot of sense. It just doesn't look as good. You know, I thought this was supposed to keep you warm, like fur all around you, like you're a little lion. But if you tuck it in, then that creates a layer of warmth. The jacket on top of it makes it waterproof, and then you're blizzard ready. I learned so many things on the internet. Did you know that you can actually burst a mosquito if you flex your arm while it's drinking your blood? This video is crazy. Like, look at this unsuspecting mosquito drinking this guy's blood like he wouldn't notice. And then he flexed his arm and it just burst. Oh, that's so cool but so gross at the same time. I had no idea a mosquito could carry that much blood. Now burst it. Boom. This is the fate that all mosquitoes deserve. So, if there are a bunch of mosquitoes flying around and you just flex every muscle in your body, can they not sting you? They would simply burst on impact. Pretty awesome mosquito prevention hack. Any mosquitoes want to volunteer? Just want to... Apparently, we've been using chalk wrong this whole time. You're not supposed to dry draw with it. You're supposed to dip it in water, and then the color becomes 10 times more vibrant. Wait a second, why am I now learning this? When am I ever gonna use chalk again? This would have been wonderful to know 25 years ago, but nope. Hopefully, y'all know a child who can benefit from this hack, because I don't see me playing with chalk anytime soon. The difference is actually insane. That water turned the saturation all the way up. That is so cool. What else have we been doing wrong? Alright guys, another thing we have been using wrong our entire life, and it's a fruit. A lemon. We've been squeezing it wrong. How do you squeeze a lemon incorrectly? You don't even need to cut it open. You just squeeze it, and the juice squirts out like a little squirt bottle. Are you kidding me? First you have to roll it out, you know, get those juices going, and then you poke a hole in it. Okay, that's it. I was wondering where the hole came from, because the lemons from my tree do not have a pee hole. Like, where else would the juice come out from? Okay, so you gotta stab it open and then squeeze it very hard, and then it's like nature's squirt bottle. Oh wait, this is actually the coolest hack ever. I can't believe I've been wrapping my towel wrong for years. There's a better way to do it. So you put it under here like this and then you tuck it. Yeah, that's how I do it. What do you mean no? There's a better way to do it? Oh, you tuck it in the front and then roll it over. What does that do? Oh, it's not coming off? Oh. Alright, you know what? She might be onto something. She got it locked in. I will say, whenever I do a towel, I do it like this and it's not secured very safely. Like, there's no way I'm gonna be able to like jump up and down, run around my house, and it's gonna stay. So, fold in the front and then fold over. The towel is secure. Okay, that's actually pretty smart. Where does rubber come from? Grass, rocks, or trees? I'll give you a second. If you chose trees, that is correct. Smash that like button if you're smart. This is how they get it out. They use this tool. Oh, what is that fluffy thing? Is that a caterpillar? Bro! You could have waited for the caterpillar to move, get out of the way. You could have plucked them off, put them on another tree. So basically, they use this tool and then add a little drip at the end. So it's basically sap from trees. And this is what they use to make rubber. Tree juice. Y'all ever wonder how they build a tree house? They have these 3 trees over here and a group of guys. They're actually building a tree house. Whoa, this one is super modern. What the heck? This has gotta be AI. They just made it look so easy. Let's watch it again. Slower. Some support beams, a platform, and then a second floor. Drill it all into place. Of course, you need the stairs to get up there, but that means monsters can also get up there. I feel like a tree house should have a ladder and not stairs. And they brought all the furniture up. I feel like they did this in like a day. Like, it was way too fast. Okay, but what about the bathroom? That's what they forgot. The bathroom, the kitchen, the plumbing, the water. I don't see a sink in there. So it's a tree house for hanging out, but there's no fancy amenities that a house has. But it sure does look good. How do you cut a cake if you don't have a knife? Well, you can actually use a spatula, push it into the cake, and pull out the perfect slice. Wait, that is actually genius. I've seen people do this with like a wine glass and then eat it out of the glass. But with the spatula, it cuts the perfect slice. Only the first slice is gonna be perfect. The rest of the cake might be ruined. You've been cutting oranges wrong. You're supposed to slice the ends off and then unroll it like a little orange rug and then pull the pieces of oranges off the orange roll up. Okay, this might actually be pretty cool. When you're mixing something in a bowl, you can poke holes into a paper plate, pop in the mixer, and it will create a barrier from splatter. And nobody likes splatter. No, this right here is the whole reason you gotta wear an apron. Not anymore. All these years, you've been grating cheese the wrong way. Do not grate vertically. You're supposed to put it on a side like this and then grate horizontally. This is so much easier, it's crazy. I refuse to buy shredded cheese. They put so many chemicals in your shredded cheese that it grosses me out and makes my stomach hurt. So I always get a block of cheese and then I grate it fresh every time I want to make a quesadilla or something. And this is the way to do it. This is one of the smartest hacks I've learned on the internet. If you have a tight bracelet that you can't put on by yourself, you put a bobby pin on one side, hold it, wrap it around your wrist, and then clip it, remove the bobby pin, and the bracelet is on. No boyfriend necessary. I've used this hack like 17 times since I saw this video. It's actually life-changing. I can put my bracelets on without asking for help. And no one hates asking for help more than I do. Guys, I was today years old when I found out about rolling chicken coops. They are these sphere-shaped cages that you can put your chickens in so that they can freely roam in your backyard. They don't restrict movement and it protects them against predators like birds, coyotes, and the chickens can wander about instead of being trapped inside a cage their entire life. And then whenever you have to round up the chickens at the end of the day, put them back in the coop, you pick up the ball instead of chasing chickens down the road. This is actually genius. I want to buy chickens, and this is the best way to let them roam freely while protecting them.
How to put trash bags in a trash can.
Bro, we need a tutorial for everything these days, huh? Y'all can't just open up a trash bag, put it in the trash can. There has to be a secret special way to do it. All right, let's see this. What are you doing? Why is this taking so long? Okay, you know what? That was pretty efficient. So you put the trash can hole over the trash can and then you put it in basically inside out. Okay. That was so fast. But also, what's stopping you from opening a trash can and then putting it in? Like, it's kind of the same thing. You just did it a lot more gently. You've also been pouring juice wrong. I thought there was only one way to pour juice. Carton into the cup. No, apparently when you pour it this way, it splatters, wasting precious droplets of OJ. You're supposed to flip it upside down and then pour it as a continuous stream with no splatter. They should teach you this in school. Everybody has been using a post-it note wrong. Don't just rip it off and then place it because then there's like a flap. I thought that was something that post-it notes just do. So apparently, you're supposed to rip them off sideways, place them on the table, and then they lay more flat. You know, what if you don't want them to lay flat? Then rip them off and slap them on whatever surface you want them to flap off of. Also, who's still using sticky notes in 2026? You know, we got Apple Notepad for that. These Chinese takeout boxes were meant to open up like a plate and then you eat right off of the plate. I don't know about y'all, but that does not look like a plate. It looked like a piece of flat cardboard. Things you've been doing wrong. So these little toilet cleaners, you've been putting them wrong. You're not supposed to lift the seat up and then pop them on the rim. You're supposed to stick them inside your toilet bowl. Oh, and it's just like pops right in? I didn't know there was like a little section there that you can pop things up into, but that makes a lot more sense. I feel like most people just put this on the rim like this. And then when you sit on the toilet seat, it's a little jiggly because it creates a little imbalance. But maybe we just been doing it wrong. You pop it into the middle of your toilet. That low-key feels illegal. But I guess we learned something new today because I had no idea.
Here's something I didn't know until I was in my 30s.
You can open a can with a spoon.
Any can or just the ones that literally have a pull-up tab? Because you can also use your finger. Oh, you're gonna pull up the tab with a spoon instead of your finger. Oh, and then you put the spoon through the hole. Okay, that's much better. Ah, okay. Because I don't like these pull-up tabs because sometimes if you get the wrong angle, you're getting a nasty metal paper cut. Like if you somehow open and touch the edge, trust me, it hurts. So the spoon is the safer way of doing it. It just takes a little longer. You know, for those of you who have patience and love being careful, use a spoon. Personally, I got fingers for a reason. Okay, you rip open a pistachio, right?
Open it up, they eat the pistachio out of it. Bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah, that's how you do it. It gets the job done.
Like this, you take a previously eaten shell of a
No,
pistachio,
I'm not gonna do that.
lodge it under the shell, pop it open like an oyster, bada bing.
But it's a pistachio, not an oyster. You know, I feel like I can use my nails for that. Just like pop it open. Like I'm not gonna use a previously de-shelled pistachio to open every single pistachio. No, Okay, if it works for you, congratulations. You might be onto something, but I'm gonna take a pistachio, I'm gonna rip it apart, get the nut, and eat it. You can't teach an old dog a new way how to eat pistachios. Everybody knows you can't put a straw directly in a soda bottle because something with the bubbles makes it just pop right out. Until now. If you're a straw in a soda can drinker kind of guy, listen up. You're supposed to twist the tab, reverse, and then make the hole.
And it creates like a perfect place for you to put your straw.
Oh, it's like a drink hole, but it's in the middle of the can.
And it's so good. I love it. Anyways, I just had to show that to you.
Wait, that's actually genius if it works. Hold on. Can you actually like move this the other way? It's been lifted. You twist it, twist it, twist it, twist it until it's reversed and then pop a hole in it. Come on. What the hell, Yate? Bruh. Guys, I don't think this one works. Cause what the heck? The entire tab came off. Now how am I supposed to drink the soda? Plot twist, you don't because soda's horrible for you. But anyways, that's all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button in the face and subscribe to join the wolf pack. Ow! I love you guys so much. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.